play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right, and he'll get nothing out of that one. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Decker. Sharks got it, left side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Watch it now, Barney. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Operating from the gun. Decker is going to float this over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Jacksonville. 45 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On second down, here's Fournette. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Miles Jack in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Yannick Ngakoue in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
They start the drive with Abdullah. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Detroit, Detroit. Gun, 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 gun. Hot, hot.
Back to throw. Decker, and he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the 1st down marker. Looking to throw. Decker is going to float this one deep right side. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they get him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
We are going. 258. Yeah, Liz. We are going. Zoom.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught at the 7. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. To return it is Corey Grant. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. 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 Hot. Hot.
From the gun on 3rd down. Decker. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Hey, we're not going. Run right.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Dante Fowler in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Yeah, Liz. Cut it.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Gone.
On 1st down, Decker. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, Decker. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Kevin King with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. To throw is Rodgers. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cobb, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Rodgers to throw on second down. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rodgers now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now Rodgers. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. This will be caught inside the 10. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurate.
Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. As the first half is winding down, and the Packers add on to their lead. Tavecchio to add the PAT. This time, the extra point up and good, and the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And up past the 35. A very good return, but a penalty did work. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
This is Abdullah. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, Abdullah. And he is going to lose yardage here. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at the 40.
I'll go over here.
Now Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. This is Hunt. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now, after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
319.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They run with Hunt. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd down, that's Hunt, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now Giorgio Tavecchio for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Lee. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll him out. You got the option to run or pass. This didn't work.
Not at all, and the communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football, looking for an open person, no one there.
Helpless feeling.
Helpless because that gap between you and defenders now is going to close and close quickly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard after the 36. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 3rd down, it's Thompson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch him now, Barney. Detroit. Over.
Off the play fake. Decker. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Dante Fowler in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Hey, go down. 319.
Rodgers now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cobb. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Rodgers now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. To throw is Rodgers. Operating from the gun. Drops it to Jones into flat. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw. And Graham's got it over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers finding his tight end Graham. Packer 1st down.
Get reset. Hey, easy. Wide left. Hey, check 26.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Caught left side by Cobb. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
319.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Randall Cobb, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Rodgers to throw once more. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, Make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And now out come the Jags. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
To throw on second down. Decker looking. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And these guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now Rodgers throwing on first down. The left side throw complete to Adams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Tavecchio puts this one through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Decker, that's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
To throw on 3rd down. Decker, the open man is sharp. It's complete.
Leopard!
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. On 1st and 10, Decker. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Decker. He's going to let this one go deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 11. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
It's a big play there for Green Bay. 61 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Working from the gun, Rodgers eluding the pressure right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dante Fowler in there for sack number 22 on the year. Just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A 2nd down run for Abdullah. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Over! Now let's go! Blue 90!
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Rodgers looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And able to find Graham, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, though spotted at the 49. And that one good for 16 yards and a first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the